Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you.
Welcome back to Frontline Rejects. Before we get started today, we'd appreciate it if you could help us out by hitting that like and subscribe button and by dropping a comment in the comment section below. And if you'd like to reach out to us directly, send us an email at frontlinerejects@gmail.com. The round that we're testing today is Hornady's 130 grain GMX in .277 diameter. Now this is an all-copper monolithic bullet, and we've got it loaded up in our 270 WSM to about 3,200 feet per second. Now Hornady advertises about 95% weight retention for their full bore line. We're very excited to see how this bullet's going to perform. So let's get started.
I'm excited to shoot this thing again, man. I haven't had it out in a while.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty sweet shooter too.
Yeah, gotta give it to Winchester.
How many rows do you think you're gonna go through?
Oh, all 10.
Oh, no, yeah, I believe it.
These monolithics, you know.
Solid. Very nice of some people leave us some steel.
Oh yeah, dude, very polite. That's what I love about people over here in Eastern Washington, you know.
Yeah, always thinking about their fellow shooters.
Just really polite people in general.
Excellent.
Yeah, I felt pretty good. All right, man, well, we're just gonna have to see.
Yeah. At least starting to clear up a bit, eh?
Yeah, turning into a beautiful day, actually. Not like the past.
Yeah, it's almost like it's a great day for hay.
Great day for hay.
Don't choke. No, that's dead.
Dead on?
Dead on, yeah. Excellent. Forge is too high. Can Carl make his shot? Hey, guess what?
What?
Chicken butt. Do you know why?
No, why is that?
Solid.
All right, man, 500.
Hey, what you got? You gonna show up or you gonna retire?
Show up?
Yeah, you showed up. You showed up, yeah. Good shot.
Arrayed in front of us are the recovered projectiles, and as we get into the close-up of the 100-yard impact, we have fantastic expansion, with the projectile peeling back about halfway down the shank. We can see similar results at the 200, with the gilding metal bullet peeling back evenly on all sides, although the expansion does end higher up the shank, just below the relief groove. At the 300, we have very clean expansion, ending at a point similar to the 2. At the 400, some goofy stuff occurred, which resulted in the loss of several petals. The one that we did retain only peeled back to the top of the first groove. And at the 500, we have acceptable expansion, which ends just above the first relief groove. At this range, we are losing quite a bit of velocity. Moving on from our impact images, we've got our results graphed, and starting with expansion, we've got good, even results. Expansion is good at 100 yards, giving us 1.88 times original size, and it decreases proportionally at each range. This is a very good result. It shows consistent performance from the GMX, and shows what we know about monolithic bullets, which is that they are entirely velocity dependent. This gives us an overall expansion of 1.75 times original size, which is comparable to most other monolithic bullets we've tested in this velocity range. Weight retention is good. It dips slightly at 400, which is the range we lost our pedals at, but other than that, very consistent. Exactly what we'd expect from a solid copper bullet. Average weight retention worked out to be 97.58%, and Hornady lists 95% weight retention for its full-bore lineup of monolithic rounds. We exceeded their listed figure, and normally that would make me think that we didn't have high enough velocity to shed weight upon impact. In this case, I don't think that's what's going on. We had velocity close to 3,300 feet per second, so it isn't like we were lacking any horsepower. If we were traveling too slow, then we wouldn't have had the expansion needed to open up enough to shed weight. We know that that isn't the case, so we need to explore other reasons. Hornady could have lowballed their retention figures, which is very possible, or their intent simply could have been at least 95% retention. This is supported by looking at the weight loss at 100 yards, which is the range that gave us the best expansion. At that range, we lost 2.4% of our weight, which lands us just at what our average turned out to be, 97.5-ish. Weight retention probably would have been higher if we hadn't lost pedals at 400, but we've got a good result with 97.5. Now, I consider expansion of 1.5 times original size from a monolithic bullet to be the minimum I'm happy with. The GMX gave us that at all ranges fired. I would be concerned about meeting that bar out of a lower velocity platform such as the 270 Winchester. I think with 200 or so FPS less at the muzzle, reaching the desired minimum at 400 or 500 yards could be a bit of a challenge. We haven't tested that yet though, so this is just an unproven theory. We are going to get our hands on some more GMXs in different calibers, and we'll be running them through some other high-velocity cartridges and some that produce more moderate speeds. Just in the last few months here, Hornady has released their new CX bullet, which is also an all-copper round, and we've just finished up testing a batch of those through a 308, which generated some very interesting results. To see that video and more, make sure you like this video and subscribe, and if you want to stay up to date on what we've got going on, hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.